as the final countdown is now coming to an end towards the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum gem, hopefully inshallah this coming Saturday. And of course this is going to be one event of a kind in the millennium, not only in this era, because for many reasons. And of course not only Egypt is awaiting that particular moment, but the whole world. It is expected to be a historical event. It is expected, world leaders are expected to be attending, and intellectuals, historians, people from all walks of life. Lots of preparations are taking place right now, and the whole touristic administration is alert. Very delighted to be having with us over the phone our prominent guest, Mr. Ihab Wagdi, the tourism expert. Good morning, Mr. Ihab.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Would you speak up, please, because your voice is so low. Or if you could lower the volume of your TV set.
I'm not by a TV at all. I'm just talking to you.
Right.
Is it better now?
That's perfect now. Yes, speak up. Yes. So
right.
Now, speaking as we speak, here monitoring the situation in Egypt on our part, a lot of preparations are taking its course, and of course preparing for the huge event taking place. The long-awaited date of inauguration finally, inshallah, is taking place. Talk to us about your own assessment of what's happening right now until we reach the inauguration. What is expected to happen? Who is invited? What exactly is going to happen on the first day? I mean, any news about the program or anything?
Right. As a matter of fact, to start with, this was a dream we had since we were students studying Egyptology. I'm almost 60 years now. This was our dream. It was one of our dreams to gather all the collection of King Tutankhamun in one place, the gem. I won't tell you that the whole world here is talking about it everywhere, whether in the United States, English-speaking, or the Spanish-speaking, everywhere around the world. Now they are talking about the opening, the inauguration of that museum. Thanks God that, inshallah, soon, November 1st, this museum will be opened officially, and the first day, on the first day of the inauguration, what we know that this will be specialized for the presidents, the kings, the princes, our president guests from around the world visiting the museum. And after that, the high officials of the rest of the world, prime ministers, ministers, then those who are involved in archaeology and tourism around the world, and I'm talking about the biggest, not most, but the biggest companies, for example, around the world are invited for this event. There will be an opera made specially for the opening of the replanning of the area itself around the museum, and maybe everybody could see what's happening over there. The whole world now is talking about this. Hopefully, inshallah, on time, because we tried this before. There were some obstacles out of our hands around us. Thanks God, these things are being solved, and we will start to show the whole world our national heritage. Fine, this is absolutely excellent, absolutely. But I want to add another thing, that just by opening this museum, number one, we are increasing the number of visitors, number of tourists coming to Egypt, being on the media for a long time, with the positive news, it brings more tourists. Secondly, the kind of tourism that will come to Egypt more or start to increase, it's the culture tourism, and that's needed because these people, they stay in the cities, and those who are kind of tourism in general, those who stay in the cities, they spend more in the country, more than those who spend their holidays by the shores. The other thing, in the past, the classical tours in Cairo, they were that the tourists, they were spending 2 nights to visit 1 day Saqqara and Giza. On the second day, the Egyptian Museum, the Citadel, Old Cairo, the market. Then he goes to Upper Egypt. Now, with the number of these new museums, they are obliged to spend more nights in Cairo. Therefore, you will find that the number of the hotels are increasing. The future plan right now, which is going on 10% by the Nile, increasing number of hotels, more people to work. Wonderful thing, whether we are talking on a culture-wise or economy-wise.
Exactly. So, but lots of Egyptians are eager, and even people worldwide are eager to take a glimpse, a thorough look over or even a glance over the program that is going to be taken before the inauguration, with the attendance of world leaders, like you mentioned.
As a matter of fact, nobody can say anything until it says officially, because Egypt and the Ministry of Antiquities and Tourism, they are preparing their own program, and that they are planning. It is a surprise, and they wanted it to be a surprise.
And it's going to be a beautiful, stunning surprise.
More than anybody expected.
Of course, hopefully, inshallah. God bless Egypt. Inshallah. But then we, looking at that particular museum, it's not a museum. It's like a historical institution at its own right. Could we compare it to museums like Guggenheim Museum in New York, the Museum of Natural Art, the Louvre Museum in Paris? I mean, different. Right. How exactly can we describe that particular museum?
All right. To start with, we became the scale, and the museums you just mentioned, they are the ones whom they will look for us. What's our standards, so they can catch up with us. I mean, what's happening there, this is not only a museum. And by the way, none of these museums you just mentioned, when they were built, they were museums. The Louvre was a palace. The British Museum was a palace. I mean, this one was built to be a museum. This museum that was known, the $1 billion museum, which now I guess, it's not I guess, I think, I know that it's $1.2 billion for this project. The biggest museum on earth so far. And therefore, any other museum outside will start to look for the Egyptian museum as that's the standard that I should catch up with, or I should be up to their level. It's not us whom we are looking at. We got almost everything. We got the best designers to build the museum. We got the best ones to decorate the pieces, to put them and to study how the connections, whether between the society or the history or the religion. Wonderful job, and the modern technology too. All the pieces in one place. What we can ask for more than that.
Right. Previewing the Grand Egyptian Museum from inside. I mean, we, the media, we already have been there, and we have covered. I mean, some phases of
the soft opening
of its construction. But the exact idea of how it is erected and how it is built, and the function of each, I mean, the services that is bringing. I mean, it's not only a museum for history or for monuments or for artifacts. It's a museum for civilization. It also has conference halls. It has so many things that are a state of the art and unprecedented ideas, out of the box. exhibiting history of Egypt. Talk to us about it in detail. Hello? Hello? Mr. Ihab? That was a very important question, Mr. Ihab. Okay, we lost you at a very important point. Hopefully, you can join us again in one of the editions of The Breakfast Show to talk more about the upcoming event of GEM, inauguration of GEM, inshallah. And by this, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. Many thanks to all of you, and until we see you again tomorrow morning, that's a goodbye.